It has been nearly a decade since the last public appearance of Michael Schumacher, following his tragic accident in 2013. For nearly a decade, the racing legend's family and friends have clung to the hope of a miraculous recovery, but the true extent of his injuries remains unclear to the public. So let's talk about the mystery surrounding Michael Schumacher's life after the skiing accident that left him bedridden. Widely regarded as one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time, Schumacher not only clinched 7 world titles, but has also served as an inspiration to countless aspiring racers, elevating himself to the status of a global icon. In fact, there would be many who aren't familiar with F1 racing, but still know his name. Unfortunately, after retiring from competitive racing for the final time in 2012, his family had only one more year of normalcy before their lives took a devastating turn. We can only imagine the emotions that must have surged through Corinna Schumacher's heart on November 25, 2012, after spending 19 illustrious seasons at the height of motorsport, during which he clinched 2 championships with Benetton in 1994 and 1995, and an astounding 5 consecutive titles with Ferrari from 2000 to 2004, the 7-time champion finally decided to retire from racing. His devotion to this sport had consumed the majority of his life, but after the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix, he made the momentous decision to shift his focus to his family. However, just over a year later, on December 13, 2013, Michael suffered a devastating skiing accident that left him in a comatose state ever since. After enduring weeks in a medically induced coma and several months in the hospital, he ultimately survived, returning to his family home on Lake Geneva. From that point forward, he has largely remained out of the public eye, receiving care from his devoted wife and a team of medical professionals. Updates regarding the true nature of his health have been exceedingly scarce, leaving fans and the Formula One community in a state of mourning. We've all spared a thought for our champion, but what about Schumacher's wife? In one fell swoop, she not only lost her husband, but also her closest confidant and the chance for a somewhat normal family life after years of standing by her husband's side as he rewrote Formula One history. Michael Schumacher's tragic accident has effectively left his wife imprisoned by the gravity of the situation. Eddie Jordan, the former F1 team owner who provided Schumacher with his big break in F1 at the 1991 Belgian Grand Prix, paints a bleak picture of the situation. It's been nearly 10 years now, and Corinna has not been able to go to a party, to lunch, or this or that. She's like a prisoner, because everyone would want to talk to her about Michael when she doesn't need reminding of it every minute. And yet, throughout this difficult journey, Corinna Schumacher has been a pillar of strength for her husband and family. She has stood by his side, providing care and ensuring his happiness and comfort. In a Netflix documentary about her husband, released in 2021, Corinna revealed her daily yearning for Michael's presence, a collective sentiment shared by their children, family, and friends. Despite the unnerving changes to their lifestyle, she showed her tough resilience. "I miss Michael every day, but it's not just me who misses him. It's the children, the family, his father, everyone around him. Everybody misses Michael, but Michael is here. Different, but here. He still shows me how strong he is every day." Not only this, but she has steadfastly safeguarded her husband's privacy during this time, allowing only close family and trusted friends to access information about his condition. As she told Netflix, "We are trying to carry on as a family, the way Michael liked it and still does. We live together at home, we do therapy, we do everything we can to make Michael better and to make sure he's comfortable. We are getting on with our lives. Private is private, as he always said. It's very important to me that he can continue to enjoy his private life as much as possible. Michael always protected us. Now we are protecting Michael." Despite Corinna's commitment to maintaining a sense of family and normalcy, and her strength in the face of this tragedy she faces daily, the reality may be even more distressing. As the days pass, the grim reality becomes increasingly apparent. Despite having the finest medical experts on his case, there are limits to what can be done. Only a select few individuals, deemed trustworthy and beyond reproach, have been allowed to visit and be privy to details about Schumacher's condition. Former FIA chief and Ferrari boss Jean Todt is one such person, who has said previously that he and his family are my family. When asked about his condition, Todt said, "Schumacher. The accident had consequences. Earlier, Johnny Herbert, a former F1 driver and Schumacher's former British teammate at Benetton, lamented the loss of the sporting megastar and expressed the sadness of not having Schumacher present in the paddock. "We have lost a megastar of our sport who gave so much enjoyment to a lot of people. It was very sad that Mick couldn't have his dad around, and it is sad that we as an F1 community don't have him around the paddock. It is a shame." Another person who possesses intimate knowledge of Schumacher's condition is his close friend and renowned F1 journalist, Roger Benoit. During the peak of Schumacher's Formula One career, a few days ago, Benoit delivered a devastating blow to the fans of the F1 icon and confirmed everyone's worst fears. He was quoted in the Daily Mail saying that he was a case without hope. Regarding Schumacher's condition and recovery, Benoit provided a poignant response, echoing Mick's sentiment from a rare 2022 interview. "No, I don't know how Schumi is today. But there is only one answer to this question, and that is what his son Mick gave in one of his rare interviews in 2022. I would give anything to talk to Dad." This sentence says everything about how his father has been doing for over 3,500 days. In the said interview, Schumacher's son, Mick, had expressed his heartfelt desire to have more conversations with his dad, reflecting the family's unending longing for Michael's recovery. He heartbreakingly added, "I think Dad and me, we would understand each other now in a different way now, simply because we speak a similar language, the language of motorsport, and that we would have so much more to talk about. That's where my head is most of the time, thinking that it would be cool, that would be. I would give up everything just for that." Despite the grim circumstances, they have kept their faith alive, and a family friend, whose identity hasn't been disclosed, expressed that Schumacher had been sending signals from his distant world. Ross Brawn, another friend, had previously expressed optimism about Schumacher's recovery, saying that he was extremely hopeful Schumacher would recover, but he echoed the thought of respecting the family's privacy. "The family are conducting his convalescence in private, and I need to respect that." Unfortunately, Benoit's update is the most heart-wrenching and devastating yet. Hope appears to be waning, and the chance of seeing the Schumacher of old diminishes with. Although the family has chosen to maintain their silence on the matter, preferring to keep details private, it is now painfully clear that a decade after the accident, Schumacher may never fully recover. Regardless, he will forever remain an F1 icon and a cherished celebrity.